then we'll go with some definitions, but okay, not very big kind of stuff. If you want any some other ideas and all, we can do. And of course, already I told you can learn things Microsoft technologies freely. These notes I have taken from that free learning part only. While I am learning what I have done, so I cannot able to remember. So I'm learning about discussing Azure fundamental concept, introduction to Azure fundamentals. So when I'm learning that part, I can't able to recollect. Just I read it and immediately I forgetting. Then what I done, I highlight each one, I copy and put it into a separate PPTs. Means two PPTs. So recently, when I am taking a class, so that time I create these PPTs. So you can also try this thing today. So for tomorrow, day after tomorrow, so I'm giving already access, guys. Interview questions. Go through all the interview questions. Okay, technical, non-technical, any questions. Try to answer yourself or write down some answers, collect your answers. Okay, that is for a next 3 days, because again class is on Tuesday, not Monday, Tuesday. Or is this Saturday, Sunday, Monday, then Tuesday is a again class. Okay, here is a topic. There is a few topics are left over. I am telling guys for a so these topics has to finish: basic PC hardware, operating system, and some troubleshooting. What is VPN? You can try somewhere VPN. Otherwise, I will forward certain videos. Recently, I'm taking classes for morning batch. That is another service desk batch. There you can find for a service desk, you can find hardware components and operating system also. If you want, you can try learn also. Better to have a knowledge before you are getting some. Yeah. So here it is. What is a cloud computing? You have ever wondered what cloud computing is? It is not required. A delivery of computing service over internet. This is the main point here. Delivering computing services over internet, which is otherwise known as a cloud. What is a cloud computing? Delivering of computing services. What is computing services? Computer do processing, right? Runs in applications, store the data, database, storages, network, softwares. These are all computing services. We can able to get these computing services over the internet. For the internet, no need to be implemented in your location. No need to be store everything in your local network. You can access through our internet. From internet, our internet meaning is anytime, anywhere you can able to access. Right? That is a possibility because it's a our internet. Why I am putting my videos in YouTube? That is, you can access anytime, anywhere. Just you need a internet. No need to download in your physical machine. If in case I put a data into some place and I give you an access, like I put it in a one pen drive and I give it to you. If you have that pen drive, then you can access, or you have to copy into your local PC, right? So somewhat I'm trying to make a point. That's it. So delivery of computing services over internet. These services includes servers, storages, databases, networking, softwares, analysis, and intelligence. For example, can you see this is the slides. I can use my any Microsoft PowerPoint presentation to show you the slides, but I can use Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so PowerPoint presentation to show you the slide PPT, right? And I am using this web browser docs.google.com. I'm also doing same thing PPT presentation. I'm doing it. I'm showing the slides. So what's the difference? That application stored in my physical machine. This is I'm accessing through over the internet. Okay. If no internet, I can't access. But application in local application, I can access. And this data is stored in my Google account, and I can access this Google account and the service anytime and anywhere. This is also same thing. This is Excel, and these are all the services I can access both offline and as well as online. It's through web browser I can open it, and directly also I can open it. But what is it is it's a cloud service. Okay? So application service, analysis and intelligence. Cloud computing offers faster innovation, flexible resources, economies of scale. What are it is, guys? There is a two important points. It is what is a cloud computing? Delivery of cloud computing service over internet. Yes, how many times someone told you, but some people will try to tell what is the cloud computing means, sir. It is a Google Cloud or like a it's store data. Cloud does not mean for a storing data. Okay, so Google Drive, OneDrive, iCloud, these are all used to store data in the cloud, but this is not a cloud service. In a cloud, we have multiple type of services are there. You can store a data and access the data from anywhere, anytime. The stuff is also a cloud service. So one part, one is small part of services. Cloud means lot of services we are getting, mainly computing services like a you can access the servers, Windows servers, Linux servers, you can access. Storages, databases, networking, software, analysis, intelligence. These are our internet we can do get it. Okay. This is the two important point. I'm highlighting this one also. Next, why cloud computing is typically cheaper to use. So delivering cloud computing is a delivery of computing services or internet by using pay as you go model. Pay as you go model. Okay. So cloud computing is a delivery of computing service over internet by using pay as you go model. So this is also you can try what it is. I want a server. Okay, I want a server. Now I want to build a server for a certain period of time. Then I have to pay amount, right? So I have to use an amount. So I will tell one simplest thing, guys. These guys are not stopping music. My apartment, side apartment or something. They're doing some repair. Don't know what guys, look at here. This is a server. It's providing a service. This is a server for setting up a server. The server means it has a server hardware components, right? CPU, RAM, storage, operating system, right? These are all components required, and on top of we run an application means server application, then it will provide a service. If in case, if in case, if this server is down, can't able to get a service. You can't able to get a service. Can't able to get a. So what we are doing is we'll build a multiple servers like this. We will build a multiple services like two or more servers. But everything required a operating system and a physical hardware components, right? And install an application, manage the centralized data, manage centralized data like a SAN or NAS kind of centralized storages you have to maintain, store the common data between it. If in case this server is down, but service should be come, the customer should get a service. How? This second server will give the service. First server is down, no problem. Another server give you a service. This is called a high availability. This is called a high availability. If one server is down, other server is giving you a service. This is called a high services. One more point, guys. If server is down, service will down. Even if your server is down, server is available. That is called a high availability. So how it is possible? We'll put a multiple servers together. Even any of the server is down, no problem. Still we can able to give the service. Next, I have a multiple servers. So I connected like this, mesh topology kind of stuff. I don't think like this. It's a using fiber optical cables. We are connecting like this. Even a network connection wise or at server wise, it is disconnected. We can able to get it anyway. Storages also will connect like that. Of course, we use a switch for that one. Don't worry how we connected. Important is this is also same. You have operating system, CPU, hardware, and here having an application, same servers. What is the use? First one I told for redundancy. Redundancy means if any one of the server is down, no problem, you can still get a service. Customer will get a service always. So that is a first important. Okay. Second one is, guys, think like this. In Amazon, why it is not opening? It is taking time. No problem. So this is a Amazon website. This is a Google kind of stuff. This is YouTube kind of stuff. Very frequently used applications I'm talking. Flipkart, Amazon, that too sales time. Do you have a still sales are there or completed? I don't know. Okay. Diwali sales, final days, ends in 23. Okay. So this is like a mainly festival offer time, mega discount time, Flipkart, Amazon, or any e-commerce websites, and daily used websites like YouTube.com, Gmail.com, Google searches, Google search engines, WhatsApp servers. These are all having a lot of load, right? So even there is a one thing is in Google per 1 second millions of queries are there on a single Google search. Google Maps, so many are there, right? So number of users are increases. What happened? Number of users increases. What happened? If you are using a single server, server will be meltdown. That is called a server will be meltdown means lot of load on a server. and your server cannot be able to provide that much service as earlier. Example, Geo when it is started that time free SIM cards, but very lot of people don't trust, so not everyone is converted. So right, so then they given a first 3 months. The first month it is very good, high speed internet. People feel this is the very high speed internet, which is they never seen in earlier. Then the speed is same, but they feel the speed is very less because more number of people increases, more load on their server network kind of stuff, so it cannot able to, and it can able to handle, but problem is traffic increases. That's the thing. Okay. Point is, guys, if it is a single server, more number of users increases, more load on the server. More load on the server, so then the server's response become slower. Server response is become slower. So now what happened? I increased number of PCs. First one is failover or a high availability. It meaning is if any server is down, service should not be down. So service must be available. Another hand, load balancing. Load balancing. One server cannot able to handle, but four servers can able to handle, or maybe a 10 servers can able to handle, or 20 servers can able to handle. So your concept is failover. If you want, you can write a side of this one, failover, or you can say high available.
So there we hello.
Tell me.
Yes, sir. There will be use of payload like a service we use to divide the traffic in different types of servers.
Yeah, that is called a network load balancer.
That is no, yes, sir. That is not bad balancing. We know the name of a payload.
Yeah, network load balancer means so first it will tell first query came, go for this one. Second query came, then go for this one. Next request, this one. Next was request. Next request, go to this one. So, like that. The network load balancer. Same concept. I took a only load balancer part. Okay. The next one is load balancing. There is other part will come up because try to understand this basic thing, guys. Failover or high available. High available also the name is HA. When you see HA, because these concepts are very important when you are going with the virtualization. Private cloud is also, these are very important. So what is the concept of failover or high availability? One server is down, no problem, still we can able to get the service. Why? Because of other servers will give the service to you. Same service, same data, no changes. Load balancer. What is a load balancer? Traffic increases. Traffic increases. The traffic is shared among the servers, so then load will be balanced. So one server is getting a load of is like a 60%, 70%, then 80%. So load increases on a single server, so this balance the load, so make sure that is not load on everything. So these two are a very important. Okay. So next another word is scalable. Scalability nature. In infrastructure, you are maintaining infrastructure means you have to take care of your servers, failovers, and high availabilities, load balancing, and scalability infrastructure. It means you can increase number of devices or a number of servers, number of network components. Like that, we can able to extend the thing. If you can able to connect a 50 computers, you can connect 100 computers also. That is scalability, easy to expand, easy to connect more. That is a scalability. Okay? So scalable or not like that. Yeah. Point is, guys, here. So this is the terminology, but we are talking in a cloud. Of course, this is also a part of cloud. Okay. So lower your operating system cost, lowering operating cost, run your infrastructure more efficiently, scale your business needs changes, something is given, right? So here it is. What is the use of this cloud services are using? If I am trying to maintain my own infrastructure, I need a server, I put a server. The server can be down, then I have to put another server. Maybe other server may give you a problem, then I will put another server. So I have to calculate the risk. I have to calculate the risk. Based on that, I have to put a multiple servers. Centralized storages like a SAN and NASes. Connections, fiber optical connectivity is required. Configure failovers or a high availabilities, load balancers to reduce the load on a single servers. Make sure my infrastructure is scalable. Okay. And maintain the servers, routers, switches, networking components, storage devices, storage configurations are important. Because one service you want to give, but it comes with a whole packages now. Next, if it is an internal access, no problem because it's a private is a secure part. But when you want to put your server to the public, so in a public, compulsory you require a public access. It means private IP address is required. Sorry, public IP address is required to give connect your services to the public. Public IP address is required. Some leisure line kind of concept means some dedicated internet connections you have to take it. Firewalls you have to maintain because network means anybody can able to attack. There's a possibility you have to implement firewalls, cyber security related kind of stuff like IDS and IPS kind of concepts you have to implement. And physical access, not everyone can able to go to the server room to access the server. Physical access, you have to physical security, network security, you have to take care. And to do that one, you need an employees, right? Server managers, network managers, okay? A security, cyber security person, network security person, and you have to maintain the temperatures, all these things. Okay, so physical and environmental maintenance. This is the whole burden on a organization or a user. Like I have my own, like I want my server. Then I have to maintain all these things. It is more burden on me. As an organization, also it is more burden on organization. Both are there, right? So what is the solution for this one? So this is the another question part is, guys, what is the difference between on-premises server to a cloud computing? In a cloud computing to on-premises, you have to maintain, if you are a administrator or you are a um, service provider or you are making this kind of stuff, or you are an organization, okay? You have to maintain the servers, storage devices, networking components like switches, routers, cables, kind of stuff, physical environment, okay, physical environment, physical security, network security, power backup, power supply, power backup, you have to maintain. And employees required to manage the servers and storage devices and securities, physical security management and network security management. So these things are required. Public IP address management. So these many things either a organization has to bear or a user want to do it, then user has to bear. A single user, yes, a single person want to make it, it's very difficult for him. On organization level, it is okay, but still it is a little costly on the organizational. So what is the solution with that one is a cloud computing. In a cloud computing, you want to set up a server, then just take a server, go to the cloud service provider and build your own virtual machine. Ask, I need these requirements. Then build your virtual machine and what operating system you want it. So you will get that machine. What do you want to do it with this one? You want to deploy an application, you want to deploy a web server or kind of stuff. Do it as per your requirement. Okay. And connect to the public and people can easily access directly. So you need to worry about the virtual machine is running like the physical hardwares. You not to worry about any physical hardwares, storages, managing physical OS like virtualization platform or operating system, networking components, networking related things. So what you should know how to create a virtual machine means you have to go to the service. For example, AWS EC2 service is there. How to go to EC2 service, select a virtual machine. What is your requirement? What is the how many virtual CPUs you require? What is the RAM? How much RAM is your required? What disk is your required? What disk is your required? What operating system you require? Just you have to select all those things. Click. Permission is created, open the create. You must know how to manage the services in here and create some networking service like a URL kind of stuff. So then people can able to access your services. Like entire thing, you knowing yourself knowledge is not required from your physical hardware maintenance, storage, networking, your base operating system. This is will maintained by your cloud service provider. This is maintained by us. Okay, so that is the main importance of cloud. So no need to worry about physical security. No need to worry about a network security. No need to worry about a temperature kind of stuff. What is the environment, not environmental variables. Okay, environment like AC kind of stuff, power supply kind of stuff, cooling system, moisturizing, those kind of stuff you don't require to maintain. Only thing is you are using this machine means you have to pay as you use. Pay as you go means how many hours you are used, that much you have to pay. What is your infrastructure? How much infrastructure you used? How many hours you use? That much you have to pay. That's it. So as a single user or as an organization, both we can able to easily do this kind of stuff. So it reduces lot of burden on the organization or a single user. So we can see it is. So you need to purchase a physical hardware here. You need to purchase any physical hardware here. Separate physical hardware, their operating system, licenses. Don't need to take in. No need of worrying about your storage, maintenance, storage this, fiber optical cables. So I am getting this. Yeah, hello. Sorry. Okay, yeah, this is about a. Okay, so what is the advantage of cloud array? What is the comparison between if you are maintaining your own infrastructure to the cloud? So In the cloud, you don't need to worry about the maintenance of physical hardware or operating systems or networking devices or storage devices, physical security, network security, or public IP addresses. So you simply have to use, and if you once completed, then you can also destroy it now. Okay, so that is the main point. So it is lowers your operating cost, run your infrastructure more efficiently, scale your business needs changes. To put another way, the cloud computing way is to rent computing power and storage from someone's data center. Someone is maintaining your data center. Someone is maintaining data center. Yeah, just you're renting their computing power or a storage kind of stuff. You can treat computer resource like you would resource in your own data center. When you are done with them, you can give them back. Just you take in a rent, like a rental car, a rental bike, a rental something. You used it. Once completed, you can give them back. And you have to pay the bill based on what you use. Instead of maintaining CPU storage in your data center, you can rent them for a time then that you need them. The cloud provider take care of maintaining underlying infrastructure for you. Cloud enables you to quickly solve toughest business challenges, bring cutting edge solutions to for you. That is a big line. Guys, so try to understand what is the problem when you are having your own infrastructure to maintain, and then as compared to cloud, how much it is used. Here it is in the cloud, there is a three cloud models are there, three type of clouds, three different cloud models are there. So public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. Plus, there is a community cloud is also there. Public cloud is a service or offer public internet or public and available to anyone who want to purchase them. For example, I want some virtual machine, or I want some application service, or maybe some network related. So what I will do it, I will go to the public cloud service provider, example AWS or Azure. I'll go and purchase the service directly. Or my organization required in my organization they required a certain um, computing power or a application storage over the internet. So they can also go to service provider, means AWS, Azure, Cloud, IBM Cloud, Oracle Cloud. So they can go and purchase the cloud service provider. Okay, so that is called a public. Cloud resources such as server storage are owned and operated by third-party cloud service provider. Means like AWS is managing your server storages are owned and operated by them only. Deliver over the private. We are using private cloud. Private cloud is a consist of a cloud computing resources used exclusively by user from one business organization. A private cloud can be physically located at your organization on-site, on-premises data center, or it can be hosted by third-party service provider. Okay. A private cloud consists of computing resources used exclusively by users from one business or an organization. Means, for example, Servant is maintaining infrastructure, data centers, everything maintained by Savantis only, owned by Savantis only, used by Savantis employees only. It is not given to anyone outside of our organization for a business purpose, not just for as just funny purpose. Okay, so that's for our business purpose. In it. Physical cloud can so the private cloud can be physically located at your organization's on-site, on-premises data center, or it can be hosted by a third-party service provider. It means you can use third party applications to build your own private cloud. Okay, that is the one thing. Next is a hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is combine your public cloud and private cloud by allowing data and applications to be shared between them. Guys, here it is, private and public cloud. I have my own private cloud. It meaning is I have my own infrastructure I'm using for my organization only. I have my own public cloud, private cloud, and I'm using for my organization only. Okay. Now that is enough for my regular projects. So I have a infrastructure I'm using for my organization, my project, my running, my server kind of stuff. So obviously that is enough for my daily. What are the projects I am currently handling, and what are the one or two things? Is okay, no problem. Plus or minus, it is satisfy my needs. That's it. But I got a problem. So what is the problem? I got a new project. I need more infrastructure. That infrastructure, that much infrastructure requirement, not in my private. That much of infrastructure, not in my private cloud. So what I have to do it? So I will use a public cloud for a certain period of time because the project is for certain period of time only. So I don't want to buy another infrastructure, being a cost on a temporary project. So what I will do it? So I will take infrastructure from the public cloud service providers. Okay. So I'll mix the both the infrastructure means my private and their public cloud will combine and will share application running and all together. This is called a hybrid cloud. This is called hybrid cloud. So this is hybrid cloud. Okay, here it is a model comparison, guys. Public cloud, no capital expenditure to scale up. No capital expenditure to scale up means you want more infrastructure, no need to invest anything, just you have to take it, use it, and pay. That's it. Application can be quickly provisioned and deprovisioned. Organization pay only for what they use. How much you are using, that much only we are going to pay. That's it. Not to pay if you are not using things. Before you are not using kind of stuff, you have to disconnect it. You have to remove that kind of stuff. Applications can be quickly provisioned and unprovisioned means can use and not use. Okay. No need of capital expenditure means no need to do any investment. Like I have to purchase the hardware kind of stuff, investment is not there. Private cloud is both the things are there. One is hardware must be purchased for a startup and maintenance. In a private cloud, you want to build first, you have to build a data center kind of stuff. So you have to purchase the computers starting. Then you have to maintain it. Organization have a complete control over resources and security. So you must know the control over the access of resources and security. Also, you have to mind about it. Organizations are responsible for hardware maintenance and update. Everything you have to maintain the organization. Hybrid cloud provide a most flexible organization determined way to run their applications. So I have my own private cloud, but I have taken a public. So if I want to run my application in my private or public, I can do it. Organization control security, compliance, and legal requirement. So it does not allow you public cloud to take over and decide, but we can tell it. But our responsibility is about a security, compliance, and legal requirement. Okay, so guys, these are the cloud computing advantages or cloud computing properties. Here it is, high availability. What is high availability? Already I told failover. Okay, so we are promised to provide a service to the customer like a 24 by 7 kind of stuff. Generally, right, 24 by 7 100% uptime, 0% downtime kind of stuff. But if your server is down and automatically service will be done. You have to maintain the server in the high availability mode. Even the server down, service should not be. But cloud is no need to worry about it. So cloud is maintained in a high availability mode. So 1 hour you create a virtual machine or maybe you create a service and providing the service from it is always available. Always available. Scalability and elasticity. Scalability and elasticity. These are the main two important properties of a cloud computing, guys. Of course, high availability and other things are there, but it is scalability and elasticity is a major. Scalability in a both vertical and horizontal. Vertical means if you can increase how much CPU power you wanted, how much RAM power you wanted, how much disk capacity required, that much you can increase in a single virtual machine. Or you can add a multiple virtual machines to a single instance. Means you have a machine, it is running, and you want to add more machines to create a scaling or a load balancing kind of stuff. So you can add more. As I said, guys, it is auto scaling. Auto scaling is one word that is called scaling, adding a number of instance when load is increases automatically. It add a number of instance when load is for example, I have an Amazon website. Okay, then running in a virtual machine. Now load increases. Tomorrow is the last day. Then what happened? Lot of people will log in and try to purchase, try to select, right? So many people are try to search for a product, their suitable cost and all. The load increases. So what happened? When traffic increases, it sends automatically the add a more instance means more virtual machines then load balance between these machines. That is a scalability. Scalability means ability to increase its size, ability to add up more. That is scalability. Guys, I said one point, right? That is will be connected to elasticity. Elasticity means that is advantage of auto scaling. You can configure cloud based apps to take advantage of auto scaling so your always apps always have a resources they need it. But explanation of elasticity, guys, you have a rubber band. Think like you have a rubber band. So if you are press like a if you stretch it expands, you leave it collapse. Okay, or a balloon elasticity, you blow air, more expanding, less air, less expanding. The more traffic increases, it deploys and it scales. It scales your virtual machines large. You are currently running with a 4 virtual machine. Now it increases. If the traffic increases, so from 4 to 10 automatically it will deploy and balance the load. Now the traffic reduces, then it will reduce from 10 to 5, 5 to 4, 4 to 3 like that. So like elasticity, how it can be able to stretch and compress, same way it will work. So that is the main property of your cloud. That is the main advantage of using cloud is high availability, scalability, and elasticity. Auto scaling is a main property, right? Agility means you can able to keep changing, you can deploy and configure cloud-based resources quickly as your application requirement changes. So you need a change of anything, resources while you are working, you can change very. Geo distribution, guys. Geo distribution means okay. I close the PT part again. No problem, no problem. I'll show you that one. Geo distribution. I sign out now. Geo distribution means Azure and AWS. Yeah, of course, AWS. So globally, it is a distributed regions are there. You can see that globally, it is zones are divided not in a total map. So you can see North America. In this one, these are the data centers of AWS. Okay, this is South Africa, Europe, Middle East. Oh, so confused and I click on something. Africa, Cape Town, Asia Pacific, see India, Dubai, and Hyderabad is coming soon. Okay. Australia, Melbourne, Sydney. Sydney is already there. Melbourne coming soon. This is New Zealand, I think, coming soon. So, continental wise, Hong Kong is something easing. Japan having to Osaka and Tokyo. See, Australia is a very big country, but Japan is a very small country, two data centers. Japan having two data centers. Australia is a big country, only single data center. Jakarta, Singapore. Jakarta means Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand. This region do not have. Maybe China, Beijing, China, South Africa, of course. Middle East, Israel, UK, so many data centers. UAE, dominant. Local zones, wavelength, overview. Okay. So it is totally world map. This is India. Okay. So how many are there? US this side and this side we have a more. And this area, very close area, lot of close area we have there. But in India we have a two. One is upcoming. Same goes for Azure regions also you can try. So what's it is geo distribution means, for example, my client is location is near to the Australia. Then I will deploy the his instance or his applications near to the Australia region, right? Same thing. Okay, it's a geo distribution. So we can globally distribute. Globally, there are a lot of data centers we can distribute. We can deploy apps and data regional data center around the globe, thereby ensuring your customer always have a best performance in their region. Disaster recovery, guys. Disaster recovery means you put a data into different locations, means geographically distributed locations. Even in one data center has got a problem because of some earthquakes or some attacks or some tsunami kind of stuff. So, but other data center having a data, so in the backup, so we can able to reboot this. Here it is. But there's advantages of cloud or properties of cloud, high availability, scalability, elasticity, in disaster. Guys, understand up to here?
Yes, sir.
There is some more things are there that is I removed from here. One is like a capex and opex kind of stuff. Capital expenditure and operational expenditure. Just I will tell those 2 points. Capital expenditure meaning is you want to invest, like you want to start a business, you have to invest money, right? You have to for a purchasing equipment, purchasing office kind of stuff, everything. So we need to invest some, and that is called capex. What is opex? Means operational expenditure. Operational expenditure means just while you are running, you have a cost, right? Employee cost, power consumptions, components we have to replacement. Okay, like you have a bike or batteries car example. Just like you want to buy a car, so like you want to become a cab driver, you will get some business from it. Anything you can say. So first of all, you have to buy, right? It's a, for example, a 6 lakhs or 10 lakhs car it is. So you need a capital money to buy it, right? So you put a capital money, but daily maintenance is there, petrol, air or engine oil or cleaning, anything. It is a daily expenditures are there. So that is called a operational cost. You don't know driving, then you have to put a driver. There's a driver expenditure is there. Okay, driver expenditure and some regular maintenance repairs. That is a operational cost. So in a public cloud, if you are a user of the public cloud, you don't need to put any capex or opex kind of stuff. Operational expenditure you don't bear, and capital expenditure is also you don't bear. But in a private cloud, you bear the capital expenditure and operational expenditure. Cloud computing is consume based model. It is cloud service providers operates consumption based model, which means end user only pay for resources they use, whatever they use in what they pay for. It is like a no upfront cost. No upfront cost means no need to pay some money when you are start using services. Like you want to use a cloud service, like you went to the AWS, Azure, or GCP. You need to pay any money just for identification. That is not even a money. So you need to pay any money. Just what you do, no upfront cost. You don't pay anything, no upfront cost. So when you use it, you will pay for what you use. No need to purchase and manage costly infrastructure that user might not use it to use it fulfill. You know, last time I see a laptop, it is cost is around 1,25,000, 1,40,000 is there, 1,80,000. Why it is i7 processor, 16 GB RAM, 1 TB of SSD, 6 GB graphic card. Okay, so that kind of stuff. So many are there. Even I've seen recently a laptop with Alexa enabled. What I do with Alexa with laptop? Hey, Alexa earphones, Alexa lights, Alexa Jaffa, whatever it is. Some like a Alexa disco lights, Alexa TV. That is, we can give voice command for computer. Alexa is something about a cloud computing. Can I do? Already, the built-in Cortana is not working properly. That what I do with Alexa. Okay, not required, right? So unnecessary feature, unnecessary feature. It consumes power. It consumes time. Few things are like that. Few things, even if some 6 GB graphic card is there, I don't play daily, right? So even I even not recently I'm not playing almost like from last 1 year. Okay, all games I have it is very old games only. Recently I'm not even less from almost like more than 1 year not touching any game. That is what happening. Okay, so unnecessarily we have, but we are not using. That is also problem, right? Need to purchase and manage costly infrastructure. No need to buy big infrastructure, RAM kind of stuff. Not required to buy. So only we use what we are required. Ability to pay for additional resources when they need it. I need extra hard disk. Then I will pay and use it. That's it. Ability to stop paying for resources when they no longer need it. So you need to pay once you are not to that one. Is the okay, guys? Yeah, here it is a service models are there. Yeah, I'm not giving time to give you an answer or a question also. Sorry, I'm in a different mode now, so then I keep telling. I didn't ask you whether you understand or not, or getting something in your mind or not. Okay, cloud service models. People who knows, for them it is like a revise. People who don't know, they will see that one. Okay. So what are the cloud service models? Guys, before the I told cloud models, that is public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud kind of stuff. This is service models. It is as service type. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, as PaaS, SaaS kind of stuff. Why short form is also important and main long form is also why important, I will tell. So when I asked a question last time or one from interview batch. So what is a software as a service? They said we don't know kind of stuff. Why? Because they never hear software as a service because always they chant like this SaaS, PaaS, CAS and all. So they don't know what is the abbreviation. That is a difficult. So don't go with that one, guys. Spell both the ways. Like a infrastructure as a service, IaaS, infrastructure as a service. PaaS means or PaaS means platform as a service, software as a service. Short forms we know, but long forms are important. Okay, so here it is. Infrastructure as a service. You are required a infrastructure like a virtual machine, storage, or a physical server infrastructure. You need a server. Literally, you need a server, and you want to get that server kind of stuff from the service provider. That is called infrastructure as a service. Next one is platform as a server, platform as a service. For example, as I said earlier, in case, just in case, I cannot maintain a data center, operating system, network, storage, physical security, network security kind of stuff. And I went to the cloud service provider, ask I want to create a virtual machine, EC2 instant or a virtual machine instant. Then I choose what kind of CPU, RAM, hard disk is required, and I will create it. Before that one small example to give again. For example, I have a computer. I have my own computer like this laptop. So I have a CPU that is something i3 CPU. Okay, and I have a 4 GB RAM, and I have a something 500 GB hard disk. Okay, so I have a Windows 10 operating system. For example, I have 5 GB. So infrastructure I load, but now I got a new project. I have to run a code, or I want to build. I want to do a project on a machine. But the machine requirements are like this. Compulsory, it required a 4 core processor, minimum 4 core processor, 8 thread processor, 4 core, that is enough, not more. Okay, and 16 GB RAM is required. 16 GB RAM required. Minimum 1 TB of disk storage is required. And it should run on a Windows or a Linux server, for example. Just for example. So my PC is not compatible with that one. So what I'm doing is very simple, guys. What I'm going is I will contact a service provider and I request to create a instant or a virtual machine, and I will tell these are the my hardware requirement. I need a 4 core processor, 16 GB RAM, 1 TB of hard disk, Linux as an operating system, and I got a virtual machine. In this virtual machine, I know how to install remaining things. For example, I know how to install Java, MySQL, or PHP, Python, some applications I know how to install, how to connect it. I start working on it. Then I build an application successfully. Then I deploy that application. Work is completed. Right? This is a infrastructure as a service. Before result, first important is what is infrastructure as service? I need a machine with certain requirement. I'm getting it. So this is the infrastructure as a service. Just in case you are a person do not know what is the infrastructure requirement. Don't know the what requirement. Just you know what application you need it and how to work with it. Some people mainly from even there are from the CSC background, IT background people. They went to the institutes also. They learn Java, 100% Java, J2ME, J, J2EE, core Java, advanced Java, Java kind of stuff, everything they learn. And they went an interview how to install Java. They don't know. What are the system requirement to install Java? They don't know. What is JDK and JRE? They don't know. Okay. So this is what happens sometimes if you don't know the how to install. So it's a different people, but person knows how to do programming. So we cannot say he is useless, but he don't know what is the requirement. So the person don't know, the person do not know the requirements he wanted, but he know the requirement of software, but he don't know the requirement of hardware and hardware flexibility. So then he will take platform as a service, and he will go for a kind of service called a platform as direct platform as a service. Okay, what is a platform as a service? What is a platform as a service? Here, you don't worry about a hardware infrastructure. Just you want a MySQL, take it. You want a Oracle SQL, take it. You want a background environment like Java execution environment, take it. You want a multiple things, take it. Like an example, I will tell Elastic Beanstalk, Elastic Beanstalk, Elastic Beanstalk. If you go to Oracle Cloud Service is also Oracle SQL Cloud Service is also there. Database Cloud Service, not SQL Cloud Service. You should not say database Cloud Service. Direct cloud you can start. Okay, or directly you use a application as per your configuration, your requirement. Use that application. Use that environment. That is called a platform as a service. Means you are a platform as a service not required to know what is the virtual machine, how much hardware requirement to run your code. Not required. Just you develop the code and deploy the code. That's it. The last one is software as a service candidate. Software as a service candidate. What is this software as a service candidate will do? He no need to know what is the basic infrastructure requirement, hardware requirement, network requirement, CPU, RAM requirement for this one. You don't need to know how this application is built, deploy, and all. Just he will access an application. That's it. Example: Office 365, Microsoft 365, or Office 365, Google Docs. I'm using Google Docs, right? This is a Google Docs. It's a software as a service. I'm using this Microsoft 365. This is also software as a service. Salesforce, 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 Dynamic 365. These are all comes under software as a service. Service now, service now. Directly you're accessing an application. You no need to worry about how it is built, what is their platform, how to run, how to configure. Not required. Just you're accessing a application. That's it. You don't need to configure an application. So these are the three service model, guys. So first one again, what is the cloud? The first question is what is cloud or what is cloud computing? Advantages of using cloud computing. Advantages of using cloud computing. Difference between on-premises and cloud service. On-premises maintenance of data center to using a cloud services. What is the cloud models? Private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud. If possible, add a community cloud also. No. And cloud computing advantages: high availability, scalability, agility, elasticity, geo distributions, and discovery. And cloud service models, you can see infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Guys, when you are saying about a cloud, one more important word is there. Here it is, what it is, pay as you go word. Can you see here it is? So it is for understanding these two diagrams are for understanding difference between infrastructure as a service, platform, and software as a service. Actually, I have to come from this side to this side, but I am coming from this side to this side. Software as a service. User required to know how to use an application. It does not require to know how to deploy an application, how to build an application, database connectivity, dependent operating system, servers, storages, network components. Not required to know. Just how to use an application. Like I'm using this without knowing how it is runs. Just I open and using that's it. Next one in platform as a service. Platform as a service guy, so required to know only few things, that is how to build an application, how to deploy an application, how to manage the databases and the connectivities, APIs, kind of stuff must known by platform as a service user. Okay, he no need to mind about what is the base operating system, server, storages, network, and data center. Infrastructure as a service guy must know about how to build a virtual machine, how to what operating system in it, what how to build a virtual machine means what is the infrastructure of a virtual machine, what is an operating system, how to access, and how to if you need to some application, how to install an application. That knowledge is compulsory required. Means from here to top. This is PaaS from here to here. This is directly this one. And infrastructure as a service guy, not to worry about the base networking, physical data centers, their storage devices, not required to know how to, is not minding about. The same thing it is showing in a differences. Infrastructure service, most flexible cloud services. You configure and manage hardware for your application. PaaS is a platform focused on application development. Platform management is handled by cloud provider. So the entire platform, like I gave you my machine to you access and already build all the platform. So Java, Python, HTML, all the servers, all the things, background like a Tomcat, everything is installed and ready, and you are using. That is like a platform as a service. Software as a service. Already I build an application and you are using my application. That is software as a service. It is a pay as you go model and users pay for a software. They use a subscription. Okay. So these are the on-premises server. If you have a on-premises, then you have to maintain storage, network, compute, virtual machine, operating system, runtime, application and data access. But you are an infrastructure management person. Infrastructure management in infrastructure management, storage, network, compute, you don't manage. You manage a virtual machine inside a virtual machine operating system, runtimes, applications, and data. Here it is. The platform as a service is only manage application, how to build an application, deploy an application, or that related kind of stuff, and data and access. Is not about not required to know how to build a virtual machine or system. That environment setup not required. Service provider will do all these jobs. And software as a service directly accessing the application data, application access only required to know, but not required about application and the dependent runnings. These are the different cloud service providers. Only few points I added here, guys. So Amazon Web Cloud Services are there. Microsoft providing Azure, Google GCP, Oracle was EA, IBM some name, DigitalOcean, Rackspace. So many cloud service providers are there, but there are very more famous is AWS, Azure, and then GCP was EA. Private cloud platforms means you can build your own cloud platform for your organization using certain applications like a VMware. From VMware organization, we can use like a vSphere, vCenter, vCloud, vRealize, vHorizontal kind of stuff. Microsoft Hyper-V, SCCM, SCVM, SCOC, SCACA, SCDPM, SCSM. Citrix, of course, Zen Server, Zen App, Zen Desktop, Zen Cloud kind of stuff is there. OpenStack is one of the guys. If very interested people are any there, you can also try OpenStack, but just for interface only, you will get it. Have now knowledge, but we don't get a chance to teach again. So, what is a OpenStack? Open source private cloud platform. Just so like a Linux, it is a open source operating system. Same way, it is a open source application for a cloud private cloud platform. You can develop your own application. You can develop your own application as per you can add few things from you can develop as per your requirement, and also you can use it as a free cloud service, private cloud. But the backend is required. This open stack is only interface. But the backend virtualization and uh, high availability, those storages you have to maintain, you have to create and connect it to OpenStack. Okay, so in any cloud, guys, when you are learning about a AWS cloud, Azure cloud, GCP cloud, and all, there's always a names comes as a domains, like a compute domain, database domain, storage domain, network domain, messaging domain. So always it is a domain. You can see products. These are all domains only. This is a compute domain. When you go to compute, you can see EC2, EC2 auto scaling, light sail, app runner, batch, elastic beanstalk, um, um, Lambda, Outpost, Snow Family, Wavelength, and serverless application kind of. Another domain is databases, database. Amazon Aurora database, DynamoDB, Oracle DB, RDS. RDS is comes under MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle SQL, SQL Server, MariaDB, RDS. Redshift is a data warehousing tool. TimeStream, database migration services. Neptune. These are the database domains. Front and web kind of stuff, developer tools, Cloud Guru, sorry, Code Guru, Cloud9, Cloud Shell, Code Build, Code Commit, Code Fly, Code Pipeline. These are all like a administrating your code kind of stuff, like a Jenkins, GitHub, like that tools. These are other domains. Main important compute, database, networking, and content delivery. Amazon VPC, API gateways, CloudFront. Route 53 means DNS service. Okay. These are the VPN, elastic load balancing. This is another. Messaging. There is message management and governance, migrating and transfer. I didn't find that messaging part. Okay, somewhere it will be fixed. Yeah, another one is security, identity, and compliances. Security, identity, and compliances. Identity and access management. And access management. Another domain is security, identity, and compliances. This one you can see. I am means you can create a user, you can manage the roles of users, different roles you can use. So remaining is of course so many more. Key management service. Another important one is KMS, key management service. Serverless. This is another one. Storage. AWS storage. S3. S3 is a object storage. It is S3 simple storage services. EBS, elastic block storage, is a kind of SCSI type of storages. ECS, elastic files storage. AWS backup, these are the things. Again, guys, when you are learning about any cloud, whether it is Azure cloud or AWS cloud or any cloud, the cloud domains are from bottom. I'm trying now. The storage, security and identity compliances, network and content delivery. SNS service I'm not able to see. If you find, you can try. Media services. This is another one. Management governance in that one. That is important. CloudWatch, auto scaling, Chartbox, Foundation, so many other. And yeah, developer tools. Not it's this database again. Aurora, RDS, DB, DynamoDB means no SQL services. DynamoDB, Elastic Cache, Redshift kind of stuff. So Amazon RDS means it is multiple database services under one single name. Compute services, EC2, auto scaling, Lambda services, App Runner. These are the things. Okay, so these are the okay, and I didn't see this one SNS and SQS part. Storage, database, identity compliances. I am user, identity and access management. First one. Next KMS, key management service. Just so few are there, just I try to make it normal. So here I mixed here. Mixed means both Azure and AWS mixing. Important guys, it is very easy to learn any cloud services. Big picture confusion not there. Any cloud having a domains, each domain based on the cloud, the names are different, the look is maybe different, but same. EC2 or virtual machine, both are virtual machines. Oracle database, both are same. Some are name are different, some are connectivity. Okay. So this is some examples. Like if you are using a SaaS examples, Salesforce, Microsoft Office 365, Dynamics 365, Google Docs, ServiceNow, these are software as services. Platform as a service, if you are directly accessing MS SQL server, Oracle server means running in a cloud and you are accessing from here and you are managing, you are creating databases inside. Okay, like compute services is an example, storage services. So same, I mean, here in a domain wise, it is service wise. Cloud storage is different. Storage in the cloud is different, guys. Storage domain in the cloud like AWS S3, blah blah, blah EC3. The AWS having a cloud service is also there. That is we are doing. But cloud storages are OneDrive, Google Drive, which is we store the data. That's it. It's not a both are different. Both are different. So along with all, you are getting storage service. Also storage service. But this is direct. OneDrive is direct. Google Drive is direct service. Guys, if you can just try to okay, I re-answered it. Which one of the following is not a cloud computing category? Networking as a service, not a service. Infrastructure, platform, and software. Which of the following statement is? Which of the following is not a type of cloud computing? Distributed cloud is not a. Which of the following is not a benefits of cloud services? The scalability, disaster recovery, high availability, geographic. Disaster recovery. It won't do disaster recovery. It will disaster recovery is not there. It from disaster. Cloud computing provide a wealthy different technology enable disaster recovery. I sorry, that is a mistake because disaster recovery is also one part, right? That is we see scalability, high availability, agility, and elasticity. These are also geographical isolation. It's a geographical distribution, geo distribution, not isolation. Isolation means putting everything into one single location, but here it is we distributed to multiple locations. So wrong answer means is not the benefit, is geographical isolation. And one second question I skip because it's a lengthy one. Operating expenditure are responsible for purchasing and maintaining your computing resources. No, that is not a true. That is capital expenditure. Operating expenditures expenses are only responsible computing resource that you use. What you use that is not one. It's a maintenance related. The last option is the capital. That is the answer, right? Okay. The the capital expenditure are responsible computing resources that is used. Okay. So this is the answer is this is the true. So you are responsible. You are only responsible computing resources that you use. You are responsible for a computer resources that is used. Similar, but operating capital, whatever it is, guys, that is enough. And already I shared this PP to you, so do not ask me again. I already shared to you. Sorry, this is your batch is 7. Then why I shared to batch 6? So, two things I have to share. The interview questions just before I whatever I discuss. So go through these questions, guys. Okay. So then because we have a lot of big gap is there, so please be. And second one is again I'm sharing this PPT. So cloud computing, and also you can try Office 365 related kind of stuff is there. Otherwise, I will forward. So try what is Office 365, what is the use of Office 365, editions of Office 365. So of course, we don't have time now. You can go to these each and every link. Because entire material I have taken from the Microsoft only. From here, from here. Login already now. So Microsoft Learn Cloud Kill Challenges, earn free Microsoft exam by completing the Microsoft Learn Cloud Skills Challenge. The challenge end date is now. Sign up now. Okay, this is something. Want, you can try. What is the link for that one? So if you are done this one, then you will get a certification or what. So go and sign up. You can try what is the online. So you're not paying anything. So when you like a challenge end dates is 9. Try. You will get some kind of stuff. Maybe you'll write an exam, not an exam. Transferable, not transferable. I don't know. You try. That's it for today, guys. Anything, any questions, anything you want to speak, please tell me. Tomorrow no class. Day after tomorrow no class. On Monday it is Diwali, so meet you on. Possible I will send some information. Please go through that.